Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce, and tonight we are starting a new campaign with some of my wonderful patrons here. And this campaign is going to be called the Swamplands of ThaCos, and that is because the portion of the world of ThaCos, this is a large area of swamps. Now, the town they're in, Havlo, does not have any swamps surrounding it. However, as you branch out a little bit to the north, there are some swamps there and stuff. So with that, we're going to go around, let everyone introduce themselves, their character. Maybe they'll give you a little bit about their character, who they are, what makes them tick. And yeah, we will start with our wonderful Mr. B.N. Drake.
All right, I am playing Black Trunk the Treant. I do tree things. We shall see. Thank you.
Yeah, he may or may not have been confused for Driftwood at some point. So, yeah, but either way. Next up is Josh.
I am playing Eva, and I am a red-eyed human who is quite short and adorable, whose head you just want to pat.
Nice. Next up is Nathan, who also goes by the name Magonite over on Discord.
Yeah, I'm playing a lizard folk who is a ranger, and his name is Kermit.
I'm excited about Kermit, especially the webbing that he had done to him. And last up, not least, is Isiah.
Yeah, so I'm playing Thunk the Goblin Wizard. Bit of an aloof, kind of out there character. Be causing probably a lot of issues and problems in social settings, but we'll get through it.
Oh, and there's going to be some of those. Because I believe in Session 0, people said they wanted to discover this town a little more than normal. So I'm sure Thunk can get you guys into quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
For those of you guys watching at home, I have made a couple maps. So right now you guys can see the map of the Swamplands of ThaCos. This is the area that they are playing in. Havlo is in the southernmost point there. That is where they are located. With that, there is also a map of Havlo. So Havlo is a smaller town that sees a lot of people from ship that stop in frequently. And the reason a lot of people stop in Havlo is because it has it has good food, fish, always fresh fish. It's known for its fishing. It's also known for having some really wonderful craftsmen, such as Tinnick, the leather worker. And even the jeweler is also really, really good at possibly imbuing magical gems into jewelry, assuming people can get them the proper materials and things like that. The shipyards are some of the best in the area. They're able, obviously, to repair large ships with ease. The only issue with a lot of these different places is they don't have a lot of workers because it's a smaller town. And so turnaround time on a lot of these things can take a while. But it's a relatively small, peaceful town that, again, sees a lot of travelers. It does have two inns. You have the Scholar's Cup Inn, which is known for where the nobles that come into town stay, and merchants, people with money, And then there's the Travelers Inn, which obviously is known for the more common folk that travel in, maybe pirates and other things like that. However, again, they don't tend to have a ton of issues with riffraff in this town. And part of that is because of the town guard. It's one of the only guards that is completely volunteer. It is paid, but everyone's a volunteer. They have elves, dwarves, variety of heritages and cultures that volunteer to work here from the region. And yeah, so with that, you guys have all been here for about a month now. And in coming here, you guys originally came here about a month ago. You used to be part of, two of you used to be part of Whitebeard's group on the No Fear. And you guys had chased basically a traitor, someone who turned on Whitebeard and stole some objects from Thunk and Blacktrunk. And you guys chased this guy. His name was Ortwall Diester. He's an elven scout. And he came here. Now, do you recall what that item was that was stolen from you? It was Thunk's, but it was sitting in Blacktrunk's trunk because he can hide things inside of his body. You're muted,
I
buddy.
believe it was a shiny rock of some sort.
Shiny rock. Now, do you know what that shiny rock does?
No, I don't think Thunk would be aware of it.
Okay. So you followed Ortwall here. Now, Ortwall abandoned you guys on Demon Drift, and he kidnapped Fredwat Goldstone and stole his ship. Now, you guys were able to follow him here because he had thrown off the crew of Fredwat's original ship in the sea, and you guys basically just followed the bodies, is what it came down to. Now, you've been being here for a month. The information you've been able to drum up about Ortwall is not much. In fact, nobody here has seen a 6'2", 160-pound, elf that fits the description in green robes and possibly has a human noble that's with him. Now, you also know Ortwall did take some of the other crew from Whitebeard as well. He took about 3 other crew members, which was enough to navigate Fredwat's smaller ship. It wasn't like a major sea vessel. It was good size, but nothing that 4 guys couldn't handle. There are 2 places where you guys could have been staying. You could have been staying at the Traveler's Inn, or there's also in the southern part of the Havlo map, there is a camp site. There's 2 tents. It's just under Hag's Huts and Brewery, or Hag's Huts Brewery and Herbalism. So if you guys want to be more, on your own, sleeping outside, you could have been doing that, or again, staying at Traveler's Inn.
I'm imagining Thunk probably would have got himself kicked out of the 2 taverns in town and probably is staying at the campsite.
Sure.
Due to his, grotesque habits.
So you would know at the Traveler's Inn, it's actually the tavern keep is a half orc named Kurtug. And maybe he's shown you some sympathy, being that you are also a monster race as a goblin. So maybe he has kicked you out when you started acting unruly, but has not banned you from the tavern at all. In fact, probably would be very unlikely to do so unless you set the place on fire or something crazy, right? But yes. What's that, Eva?
That's kind of awkward to mention with Thunk around.
I'm just throwing it out there,
Oh, I'm not a fire mage, so that's good.
Oh, there you go.
So where, starting with you, Blacktrunk, have you been staying at the inn, or would you be outside at that campsite?
Yeah, I'd be outside of the campsite.
Okay.
Literally.
Oh, I'm sure.
The tree and staying at the inn, nice sheets and everything.
Getting dirt everywhere. What about you, Eva? Where would you be staying?
Probably the campsite.
Campsite as well. Is everybody pretty much campsite unless you're getting food?
I'm actually going to be over by the water.
Okay.
Just kind of, do my own thing.
Sure. The campsite is actually, the campsite is actually pretty close to the water as well. In fact, it's right off the beach there, right off the sand. So
but I'm going to make it a point to separate myself from everybody and go way down.
Right, he's down on
my
the
own
edge of the sand, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
What time of year is it?
So it is actually at this point of the year, we're looking at probably early autumn.
Okay.
So you would notice that the tree's leaves are still green. They're starting to gain some yellow to them. It does get a bit windy here, especially being off the coast. So you get a brisk wind pretty frequently.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I would follow the sun.
Okay. Well, they do get a lot of sun here, so that is great.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Like to roll a sun check?
Yeah, there's no check for that, man. Well, I mean, I guess there could be a survival check, but because without the sun, there is no survival, right?
There you go.
All right. So it is also at this time, you guys are hanging down by the campsite. Kermit is probably down, maybe still barely within sight, I would assume, but just hanging out on the beach over there. And it's been I would say a relatively busy day around town. In fact, you see people like hanging up little like banners and pendants around town, like almost like something's going on. But you haven't really heard much about what.
Yeah. Oh, that thingy went down the wrong tube.
So sitting around the fire, or lack of fire, since Black Trump will be staying away.
Yes.
What are you guys discussing? What is it that you guys are thinking about this guy who disappeared a month ago? Where are you hoping to go with this?
I gotta get my son a rock back.
Do we know what motivations he had for taking your rock?
Oh, I don't even know how I knew it was there.
I see. Well, what do we know about him as a person?
Shifty.
Well, that much is obvious. He was a pirate, if I recall properly. However, he betrayed our captain, took some of the crew, took another man hostage, and executed most of the crew by drowning or abandoning them. So the question on our next hand is, where would he go after doing these actions with his little boat?
To go kill more people?
Not impossible. But by the sound of it, he didn't wish to be followed, so that means that we should probably see if there's any word in town about knowing bandits, someone hiring people, anything at all that's going on, maybe monster attacks. He's after something, obviously. The question is what?
Oh. Also, we should think about making some money.
That is true.
My shine bag is getting light.
And he'll like pull it open like a fucking moth just.
Some lint falls out of it.
Right.
What's Kermit doing down the beach, wherever he's hanging out?
Kermit is actively just watching and observing everything. He's trying to keep an eye on the waters, making sure that nobody's going to come in. He's always on the watch.
So Kermit would know. You know what, Kermit? Give me a perception check.
Perception. It's been a long time since I've rolled one of those.
I force
Give
a
me a
lot
second.
of those rolls, by the way.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Perception is a +4. Okay. Oh wow. 20.
Okay. So pretty much every day, a ship or two comes in to the docks on the east side of town. Mostly larger ships. Some of them, unload a couple crates here. But for the most part, they seem to keep most of their shipment goods on board and head east to what you would assume would be Port Obsidia. In fact, you've heard Port Obsidia is just east of here, probably a couple days by ship. You do know there are other ports along the coast. In fact, just up to the east, a little bit from here, is Creek's End. And then much further east and north of here is Ghost Pass. Ghost Pass has a pretty large port. But Creek's End is a smaller town that, again, not you haven't heard of a lot of people actually trying to go to Creek's End. Creek's End is mostly known for having a lighthouse that helps navigate the way to Ghost Pass for a lot of the ships. But But yeah, and you've heard of multiple shipwrecks west of here at Shipwreck Beach, but have been advised to stay away from there because no survivors have tended to come into Havlo from Shipwreck Beach.
All right.
Do we know anything about where the boat that the other guy took would have gone? Because he can do shallower drafts, correct?
He could. He probably could. Depending on the river, it would have to be a pretty wide river because it's still a boat that sits pretty deep. It's not like a long boat or anything, you know. Like it has living quarters underneath. It just wasn't a large boat. It was just a sailing vessel.
Did we have any approximate direction he was heading other than Havlo?
No, you had nothing at the time.
Okay. Well, it could be worth going to Shipwreck Beach. Ships wreck there quite often, apparently, and he was on a ship.
Father goodies and shine.
There would probably be a lot of money there, too. Shipwrecks are very lucrative business.
I like shine.
What do you think, big fellow? As I look at Mr. Ent.
What time is it? I'm assuming it's at night.
No, it's like midday.
Oh, okay.
Like it's sometime in the afternoon right now. But
That's
it's not
fine.
mealtime, so you guys are hanging out at your campsite.
A walk by the beach would be fine.
Now, should you try to get to Shipwreck Beach, if you look at the map I had sent you guys, that's in the Google Doc, it's pretty far away, and there's not really a direct path unless you walk along the beach. But you'd also have to cross a river, and things like that. It's pretty far.
Yep.
It would not be a simple trek. It would take multiple days.
Our best
Right.
to go ahead and see if anyone's offering work to go to Shipwreck Beach.
See if any interested people in town there.
Would my character know anything about this area?
Yes, because you said you are originally from this part of the world.
Yeah.
Except you're from the Swampland. So, give me a straight intelligence roll. And also, what are you looking for exactly? Like, what do you hope? Like, you're trying to think if you know something about Shipwreck Beach or something?
Or like the best path to go where it's going to be the safest?
Okay.
That's
give
kind
me a
of what
straight
I'm thinking.
intelligence roll. Maybe survival.
Ooh, that is not a good roll. Let me see. Or survival, you said?
Yeah.
So 14 on survival.
Okay. So being that you aren't necessarily from the coastline, you really don't know a lot, what would be the best route. However, you do recall that there are orc settlements to the west. You also know there's a large wolf problem that's in the southern portion of this area. So basically anything west or east of here, and even a little bit north of where we are, there's a good chance of encountering some wolves.
All right, I will definitely share that information with the party. What I remember, anyway. Basically, hey, so I remember there's a whole bunch of orc encampments to the west of us, and then also a bunch of wolves. But that's all I remember.
Ugh, orcs is a mean.
And
They always are.
Thunk and Black Trunk, you were the original ship mates of Whitebeard, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Give me, either one of you, pick who's going to do it, but give me a history check.
Dunk's actually got a +6 at that.
Whoa.
Sounds
Yep,
like
you're
Thunk's
rolling.
rolling that one.
Yeah.
All right. Sun's dice. Let's go with green.
Try not to think about it too much.
Well, it's a good thing we have a +6 at that because that makes it a 12.
So Thunk and Black Trunk, you do recall So there was a reason Shipwreck Beach got its name, and you don't recall exactly why, but you feel like there's something about it that's extremely dangerous, but you just can't recall the exact stories of what it is.
You remember hearing that tale? Like, there's something about, like, real nasty things happen at Shipwreck Beach. You know the one I'm talking about? The one where everyone dies?
Yes, I recall.
Yeah, can't remember why, though. But they're all dead. It should be fine. I'm sure we'll be alright.
Most likely poor navigation. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Well, maybe bad rocks or something.
Exactly.
You know, those really tall, pokey ones that hide just underneath the water.
True. Well, let's see what we can find around town. Maybe someone's offering some work in that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, either way, it's a long distance.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else better.
We
do
should
the talking.
prepare.
Yeah. How much supplies do we got left? I know I've got like 3 rats and 2 squirrels.
I have 10 days worth of rations at least.
That's about how long 3 rats and 2 squirrels will last. About 10 days. Sounds about right.
And the shortest day of the year isn't for another 84 days. I should be fine.
Mm. What do you eat? I've not noticed your mention on much.
The soil provides provisions.
You eat dirt.
Manner of speaking.
I knew a goblin who ate dirt one time. He died like 4 days later. He got really like swelled up and then just we heard a pop one day and he just didn't come back.
I can always forage for what we need.
Oh, that's true. That's true. There was some more squirrels. That was good.
Well, I think the first goal we should go with is either finding a notice board or seeing what ship captains have available at the moment.
Yeah. Someone else should do the talking though. For some reason, most people don't like me.
I'm not sure why. You seem like a perfectly pleasant
I don't
individual.
know. I give them my best smile. I go, oh, and they run away.
You know, stick with frowning for now.
Mm.
Juce, which
Yep.
would be the most likely place where we'd find a notice board of odd jobs available or...
Yep. So you've seen a board. Well, it's inside of the Travelers Inn and Tavern. There's like a board just inside the lobby, actually, between the tavern and the inn.
Okay.
Big old cork board makes up like almost a whole wall. But there's not a lot of things that you've seen on it that looked interesting before today.
Okay.
Doesn't mean there isn't now, though.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the board first, and then if we don't see anything there, just see what the ship captains are up to themselves.
Yeah, we go see Mr. Orc Halfman.
Okay. So you are all of you going?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. How tall are you again, Black Trunk? Like 8 feet tall?
Yeah, I would say that sounds about right. 8 feet.
When he stoops.
Okay. When you guys
It's
walk...
meters.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eva.
Peter, remember you're 8 meters, not 8 feet.
Oh, that's right.
So you all kind of like walk up to the tavern, and the Travelers Inn. As you make your way up the hill and over there, you can see there's some stairs just between just like southwest of Travelers Inn. There's stairs down the rocky cliff, basically a direct path to your campsite. So you make your way up there, and some people are looking at you. In fact, one lady, a human woman, does ask Black Trunk on the way over there, I can't reach. Can you hang this up there? And it's like this flag that you see has what looks like autumn leaves on it.
Do I know what it represents?
I don't know. Give me a history check.
I'm not going to get very far with a 12 sided, but you never know. Oh, 17.
So actually, you do know that they are setting up for their autumn harvest. Their last crops from the farms are going to be coming in, and the leaves are about to start falling and things like that. And so they just make a big celebration of it. Pumpkins and apples and all sorts of goodies. So everything's pretty festive. The flags that they've been putting up, you now recall being, again, autumn colors, representing the different things that they're going to partake in.
Yeah. Are all the flags been put up?
Pretty much, yes. There's like streamers. There's, flags again that just have the different symbols on them. Some you would also associate with some of the gods as well.
Well, obviously, I will help hang the flag and any streamers and anything else that belongs to this festival. It sounds like a grand occasion.
For sure. All right. So you stop and do that. And she says, "Oh, thank you so much for your help, kind sir." And it one of the few times that you felt like somebody didn't even really care that you weren't, that you were a treant. Like, just you were totally treated normal, other than the fact that it was nice that you were tall.
I pat her on the top of her head, and a pretty yellow and red leaf falls and lands on her.
She grabs the leaf and she's like, "Oh, this fell. Do you want this?"
No, it is a gift for you for being so kind.
"Oh, thank you so much." And she reaches down. She's got like a pouch, and she slips it into the pouch. "Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you're going to be around for the harvest."
Oh, we will return.
All right. So the rest of you kind of continued your way. As you got to the inn, you did notice he had fallen behind after doing some stuff, but he does catch up to you.
Not literally. I'm still upright.
Yes. And so you guys are able to make your way in. Now, when you walk in, the board is still pretty, like, it's got stuff on it. But some of it is clearly just old stuff, like missing person. And some of it's, again, really old. And you've been told, don't worry about it. Like, some of that stuff's been solved. But one thing stands out for sure, and it's fresh parchment. Doesn't look like it's been up there very long. And it says ingredients needed for an herbalist. And it lists out gillflower, pixie buttons, devil peppers, and snakeberry.
How does one get the buttons off a pixie? I wonder.
You just ask for them.
Do they give up their buttons?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to read all the notices on the board. Are they all in common? Are they in different languages or what?
Yeah, it looks like they're all in the common trade tongue. Knowing
Okay.
this is a port town, that seems like a very common thing around here.
Okay, so Black Trunk takes probably a long time and studies each one and reads each one.
Okay. So you do see, like I said, a couple of missing persons. You see one looking for a dwarf female named Hasida Runeblade. You also see looking for a dwarven male, Krarbod Flint Delver. And those are two different ones that you see up there. Other than that, I mean, nothing really strikes your, nothing that looks like it would be worthwhile, I should say.
Hot dwarves in your area.
Shall we look for dwarfs?
I mean, it keeps an eye out.
What does it say about them?
They're missing.
It says, in search of them, any news, report back to the barkeep.
Any payment?
Yes. Pretty much everything up here has some sort of payment. Some of them list it. So these actually list out that the payment would actually be a worthwhile amount.
I guess if we're going to do this, we should ask the barkeep for any information he has on the dwarves.
Must be shiny dwarves if they're worth that much.
Oh, there's something.
When you make your way through to the tavern side, it's a little busier. Obviously, a few ships are in the harbor or in the port, and so you know that all the ship guys are pretty much hanging out here. All the crewmen, and you see up at the bar, you do see Kurtug, the big half orc.
Hi, Mr. Orc Half-Human.
Hi, Thunk. You come back for more?
Yeah.
All right, don't get up to any trouble again.
I'll try not to, give people a drink rat brains.
We'd like information on the missing dwarves.
Oh, well, they, I think they travel, like, you're talking about Hasida over there, Runeblade, and, what was that other guy's name?
Flint something.
Krarbod Flint Delver, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I believe it's two different instances. So Krarbod and Hasida used to be in a relationship. And what happened was Hasida, for some reason, was looking for ingredients for the herbalist. Sounds like she may have went over towards Wolfheart Tower, which is just northeast of here. Rumors, flew about that maybe she was eaten by wolves, things like that. But she never came back. I don't know why she was so eager to go find ingredients for the herbalist, because Hasida comes from a pretty wealthy family. So they tend to do some mining up north. So whereas Krarbod was courting her. So after she went missing and he showed up, he went looking for her as well, and he also never returned. He was not looking for a reward. In the time since their disappearances, not too long ago, it sounds like it happened maybe 6-7 months ago, her family has come looking for her, the Runeblade family, and so they stay at the other tavern, but obviously there's not any adventurers hanging out at the other tavern. So, so I'm kind of handling their dealings here for them, and so if anyone's able to help and rescue them or bring them back or bring information back, the Runeblade family would pay pretty well for it, depending on the situation, right?
They got a good bit of shine, though.
Oh, lots of shiny stuff. You'll love it.
Oh,
I know you, Thunkin. You'll love it.
I like
You
the
want?
shine.
They might even have a stone that can replace that one you were rambling about last time you got drunk in here.
Yeah. The one I found in old wizard cave in the swamps.
Yeah, they probably have stuff like that. They find things all the time on their expeditions.
So Black Trunk, you see him like crouch down and look in the window because he didn't come through the door. He's like, he's sounds like we could get two fruit from one seed and maybe find all the money that we need.
Perhaps even 3 if these are the same ingredients they're currently looking for. Wolfheart Tower, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have had to go all the way there, but near there at least. Because that's where you're going to find the snakeberry, pixie buttons, and the devil peppers. As for the gillflower, well, you got to find that near water, and that would probably be somewhere near near the lake town, just north.
I tap our
Lakeland.
lizard friend on the shoulder when he says, what is it? The gill flower?
Yeah.
Like maybe he knows where that is.
All right, I'm gonna try to figure out where that is in my mind.
Yeah. So give me a survival check.
Survival.
Yep.
Whew, that is not very good. Survival is +4, so 10.
Okay. Yeah, not very good. You believe somewhere north of Lakeland, there might be some gillflowers, but you can't recall exactly where.
I think it might be north of us, but I can't remember quite.
Well, we know where Wolfheart Tower is, where the 2 people supposedly went missing, as well as the other 3 ingredients. We should probably start by heading there.
But you ever hear much about that herbalist person? Are they weird or are they like us, normal?
Final gesture between himself and the half-orc.
What were you asking him? I'm sorry.
Thunk's asking if the herbalist people, if they're kind of normal or if they're like, or if they're weird or normal like us, and he gestures between himself and the half-orc man.
So he tells you that the herbalist, her name is Brianna Zarla. She seems fairly normal. However, she does kind of have a nickname as the herbalist hag. She's older. And then her roommate is basically a brewer. He brews all sorts of ale that you can go and buy and stuff like that. They don't carry a lot of his ale here. But you can buy ale from him for the road. And his name is Odo Grimm. They're both human. And they're both older.
She's old. Old people smell funny.
Yeah. They have a weird relationship over there.
Oh.
I don't think they're together, but I mean they live together. Their business is run together basically. I believe they're both widows.
Hmm.
Interesting.
What do you know about Wolfheart Tower?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I know it's northeast of here. I don't know if there's a road that actually goes to it or not.
You know if anyone's been there before? Is there anyone in town that goes there every now and then?
From town? No, not that I recall. Nobody really talks about like visiting it. I know it's an old tower. It's been there for a long time.
Oh, maybe there's magic books in it. The ones that smell good, Like really good.
It's very possible. I mean, it's an old tower. I think a wizard once lived there, but again, I don't really know. Oh yeah, people always talk about wizards and other stuff like that in the tower.
Why haven't we left yet?
Well, I'm about to go get me a magic book. Don't go visit old wizard places.
We're working on leaving.
Why are
Yeah.
we focusing on that?
Wolfhard Tower is where the 2 people supposedly went missing, as well as where 3 courses of the ingredients we'd need for the alchemist are.
Smells good, books.
Okay.
Thunk, you really like books, don't you? Can you even read?
Yeah, I sniff this book all the time. He pulls out his spell book and like just opens it to a page and just ah.
Yeah, I know you like the smell of it. I asked if you could read it, though.
I know what it means.
Okay.
Like this page here, it talks about, like making people bigger or smaller.
I don't even see any words on that page. What is that?
It's a spell book.
Oh, it's arcane stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Tells me how to make people big and small.
Well, that's kind of cool. So why can't you make your friend outside small enough to come in here and hang out instead of chirping through the window?
Well, she didn't ask.
Oh.
Do you want to be smaller,
Consent
Trina?
is very important. I agree. Josh.
Do you want to be smaller, Tree Man?
No, there's no skylight in there.
See, he's fine.
I suppose. Just I get nervous, with those big branches for arms near all those windows and stuff.
Fair enough. I've seen many trees fall over on buildings. We had a whole goblin longhouse one time. Get flattened, Goblin King died. There was fighting for 8 days about who was new Goblin King. It was a hell of a deal.
Nice. So Kermit, you're outside with the big tree man.
Yeah. I didn't want to leave him by himself.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. What are you doing out there? Just hanging out there, looking through the same window?
Pretty much that, and kind of looking around, making sure that nobody's like watching us. I'm always on the caution.
You
know what I mean?
notice there are a lot of people who are observing you, especially since you guys are like on the side of the building, like not near any doors. It does to an outsider, like one of the people setting up for the harvest and stuff. It might look a little odd that you two are like peeking in through the window at the inn and tavern. And as someone who's not familiar that's the tavern side, might think you're peeping Toms at this moment.
And I look at him and I go, so we should probably move along at the moment. People are looking at us.
Hey, the lizard man looks kind of sus.
He's talking to you, Black Trunk. He's outside.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm actually hanging out with
Yeah.
him.
Who's looking at us?
And then I just kind of point at all the people.
I turn around and look at them.
they kind of waved, noticing that you noticed them.
I wave back.
Inside the tavern, you can smell the scent of fresh cooked fish. To those of you who like fish, it smells delicious. You also can smell fresh bread. And every table that has ordered food also has a bowl of bread on the table. It smells like garlic and butter and cheese as well. And you see what looks like a well-suited guard, probably higher ranking than most guards you've seen around town. He's wearing what looks like chainmail, whereas most of the guards you have seen are wearing leather. But he does have the same kind of symbols for the town. And he is a dragonborn. And as you notice him, those of you outside notice it is starting to rain a little bit.
Fantastic.
It is a very cold rain.
Awesome.
Excellent.
I use the tree as a cover.
And I absorb as much water as possible.
At least it's not a thunderstorm.
Is that a fish head soup I smell?
Yes, it is.
Ugh.
Do you want some?
I like the eyeballs.
Yeah, we can get you a bowl if you want, Thunk.
Yeah. Yeah. Just one of them sweetmeats in the head.
Yeah, it's only gonna be 3 copper. Like, not a problem.
Uncle set a gold on the counter.
I don't have change right now.
Well, you're in luck because we have change, and he gives you all your change.
Alright. You give me silver pieces? Those are better than gold pieces. They shine.
Yeah,
but-
you have 9 silver pieces now. He says, "Do you want the remaining copper pieces too?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he
Oh,
gives
I
you
got
7
10.
copper.
All right. 9 GP left. 7.
I don't even know if I did that currency
Yeah.
exchange correctly.
That should be great.
That's math.
All right.
You did better math than I can.
So yeah, Wolfheart Tower is located in the east, and he tells you, Kurtug tells you that you might want to try to get a map of the area because it might help you guys. It might go a long way, especially if you ever end up off of the paths anywhere. Having a map might be able to get you back on track.
Yep.
And he tells you. He's like, again, I'm pretty sure Wolfheart Tower is not located on a road. Like, you're going to have to go off-road. It's just south of the Scattered Hills.
Shouldn't be a problem then. Who sells maps around here? The general store?
Well, I mean, yeah, you can get them in a lot of places. But over there, actually, I got a guy. Hang on. Hey! Riley! Hey, they want a map. Do you have a map of the area? Oi, I do. You see this tall, skinny, elven guy. He's about 6'6", real thin, like no muscle on this guy. And he's got a monocle. And he comes over and puts it in his right there on his eye, and he starts sifting through some scrolls and like looking at stuff on it. He's like, "Oh, all right, this one right here will do. This is the area around here. I'll sell it to you for 1 gold."
And I give him that money.
He's like, the lizard guy out the window one. Okay, yeah, and he like walks
Live with
over
us.
and hands you the map.
Like I said, I'm always looking on the lookout. Yeah.
It's like, well, that was an easy deal. If you guys need any other maps, you just let me know.
How many you got?
I got lots of maps. What do you need maps of?
Anything.
You have a map of Wolfheart Tower?
I do not have one of the inside. However, if you go inside and find out what it's like and map it for me, I will copy that map and sell it for you. I'll give you a cut.
That should be doable.
Do you have cartographer's tools?
I got a piece of charcoal.
Yeah, no, you got to bring it back with some level of detail. Charcoal is not a good tool to map with.
Unfortunately not.
Dang. Well, I'm not going to part with mine, but I'm sure, one of the ships coming into town you could probably buy. I know there's some tents outside that are around this monument that they'll probably sell you some. If you want to go tent to tent, you might be able to find some. I'm only going to be here for another week, and then I've got to hit the road. But Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out, see if we can figure it out.
Oi. Well, I'm going to go get back to my conversation I was having. Good doing business with you.
Yeah.
Kermit, can you tell the scaling of that map? About how long will it take us to get to the Wolf Heart Tower?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna observe it. I'm gonna take a long time, just kind of like looking over it
Okay.
to get the full scale of what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
So how long would that take typically?
So because you are spending so much time and you're not in a hurry or anything like that, in this moment, I won't require a roll. You know that you could get there today. Like if you left today, you could get there by, within the next couple hours, assuming you don't get lost or anything like that.
Right. But it should be something I should be able to kind of figure out where we're going with the map. Okay.
Assuming
cool.
the map's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So after a certain amount of time, my character is looking at it and looking at everybody else and looking at it and finally go, should take a couple hours to get there. I don't know.
You don't know.
And that's exactly how he says it.
What do you not know?
Not everything is in solids. There's things we don't know, outside factors,
Of course.
the elements.
If we get chased by wolves.
That is a
Maybe.
good point.
Maybe.
Eva, give me a perception check.
Oh no. That's not the end of the world. Okay, with my perception, that gives me a 15 total.
Okay.
Could be
You
worse.
overhear some people, and this isn't the first time you've heard this, but you overhear a table of guys talking about Havlo having some cannibals in town that live here. That the locals are all cannibals. And then you hear another guy say, "No, I heard it's around Havlo, but it's not in Havlo."
I would mark it down as being a bit strange that you would have cannibals in an area abundant with fish and everything else. But other than that, I mean, it's perfectly reasonable. Well, I mean, if we're dealing with the law of the minimum in the desert or something, it makes sense. But here it doesn't. And so it's like, okay, there's cannibals. Big deal.
They just varied their diet, They eat fish one day. If they don't want to eat fish the next day, they just eat other people.
Yeah, I mean, not the best way of doing it because of the health risks and implications, but I can certainly support cannibalism if necessary upon the dead.
Black Trunk, give me a perception check.
Give me a cannibal check.
What is my perception for this? Oh, wow. Okay. 10 total.
You overhear something about screams in a forest, but you couldn't make out anything before that. And you couldn't even tell who was talking about it. You just kind of overheard it from someone inside the tavern somewhere.
I'm taking in all the rain. I'm hoping this lasts. Kind of
Right.
thirsty.
Okay.
Thunk's gonna be bragging to Ava.
Did you see that? I gave him a gold, I got soup, and he gave me back silver. Silver's so much better than gold. It shines much better.
Time-wise, yes. Monetary-wise, not so much.
What a fool. Giving up good silver for gold.
Once you're finished, we should go looking to see if we can find a set of cartographer's tools.
Oh, I'll finish real quick.
He'll just start fistfulling fish head into his mouth and then slurp all the juice real quick, probably getting it all over himself.
Huge mess. Yeah, for sure.
I'm done.
Nobody in here really even cares. It's not abnormal, especially for the etiquette on some of their ships. I mean, it's probably just as good.
Quick, certainly.
Yeah, you finish.
Let us go check out the tents then.
Okay. Do me a favor, Josh. Since your character is looking for cartographer's tools, roll a percentile.
Oh no. 69.
Oh,
Got him.
dang. So you do not find cartographer's tools. In fact, you look carefully through all of the tents. They do not have them. However, the one tent that would normally have them says that he will keep an eye out, and should they get cartographer's tools, they will seek you out. They know you've been hanging out at the Travelers Inn. They also know that you've been camping down by the beach. So,
Do you happen to have a pen, quill, and paper?
I do not, unfortunately. I do have paper. I have some parchment. I do not have a quill and pen at this time, or a quill and ink at this time.
Ava, you would have seen Thunk before using his quill to dig like jam from underneath of his fingernails and toenails. So you would know he has one. He just doesn't know what it's for.
Thunk, do you have black liquid in a bottle?
Yeah, it tastes real bad. Makes your teeth all black too. Oh.
And he's still got some like black teeth on the side.
Would you mind loaning me that as well as the feather device?
Oh, the toe picking one?
This toe pick.
Yeah.
Reach and dig in his bag and pull it out. Hand him the ink dram and the quill.
It
From his
smells like dirty feet. Like you smell, as soon as he hands it to you, you smell Cool Ranch Doritos.
Thank you, Thunk, and I'll hand him 2 pieces of silver.
Oh, Sam.
How much for the paper?
That's a good deal.
I'm going to ask him how much for the paper.
Whatever book cost is, he replies with.
Okay. I
don't
think
know
that's
what it is.
10 sheets of gold.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay.
I'll let you look it up in D&D Beyond or whatever.
Oh boy, I get to do something. Guys, I'm useful. It helps if I know how to spell paper.
That is a very helpful tool to be able to spell correctly.
0.2 gold pieces per sheet, so 5 per gold.
Okay, there you go. That's nothing.
I'd like to go ahead and get...
paper's expensive.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get 10 pieces of paper for 2 gold if possible.
Yep.
Okay. Now, my next question, of course, is if I were to go ahead and would I be able to keep a pace count?
For
walking?
distances?
Yes, a standard pace count for.
What's your character's? Does your character have a background and stuff like that?
Soldier. All the basic military stuff. I don't know about this world though.
He was also on a pirate ship at one point.
Yes, but Eva was not a pirate or a sailor, if I remember.
No.
correctly.
I'm a
Mercenary.
battle master fighter with a soldier background.
Yeah. You tell me if you'd be able to do it. I'm going to leave that up to you.
That would heavily depend on the type of training which my character had. Nowadays, absolutely. Back in this time period, I have no idea.
Make it up. You tell me. Think
Make it
about
up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll a percentile die.
Okay.
If it's above 50, I do. If it's below 50, I don't. 64. So yes.
So yes.
Yeah. I can do. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then the quill and the ink.
Are we around with this purchase of the ink and
Yes,
paper?
you are. So this area right here is, there's a bunch of tents along this monument in the city, just across from Travelers Inn. And they kind of wrap around the base of this dirt mound or this like hilltop. So yeah. So basically, you could just be standing there right on the path while he's doing this, buying these tools.
So is this paper made out of wool,
Your ancestors, probably.
wood pulp, or is it something else?
It is made out of a sheet of standard paper. It is made from cloth fibers.
There you go. He's not, taking pieces of your kin. By the way, it does start storming as you guys are purchasing paper. It like the rain starts coming down heavier, and you can see lightning in the distance.
Uncle pull the hood up on his cloak, which is like he's got like a big wizard cloak on. He pulls his hood up, and it's got like the really tall, pointy hat hood. Makes him look like the Mickey Mouse wizard, basically.
Nice.
It gives him another foot of height too, so he's pretty impressed with it. He goes from 3 foot tall to 4 foot now at the top of his hat.
There you go. You got a
I
wizard's hat.
I try to slouch, and my arms kind of go down, and the leaves kind of face down. I'm trying not to be the tallest thing out here.
Luckily, the coat monument, is very tall.
Okay, good.
It is a large statue that's kind of, you're looking up at it at this point. And you know that the coat monument is to an old hero of this town. Back when this town, before it was attacked, or from when the town was attacked before. By orcs.
So, I guess our understanding of orcs, that at least we know our experiences has been bad.
Yes. So yes and no. So you have not encountered any orcs in this area. In fact, the orcs are not, from what you've heard in the month you've been here, is that the orcs aren't really in this area anymore. They've kind of been fought back for the most part. You do know there is a large orc settlement to the west. In fact, somebody had once shown you a map that highlighted the rough area just on the other side of the river in the Forest of the Lost. In fact, the Forest of the Lost gets its name from the orcs who are known to basically take prisoners and enslave people. But that settlement is a whole river over. So like if you go west for a bit, for a couple hours, you then hit a river, and the settlement's, on the other side of the river.
Okay. Thunk, being a scholar, says I know where to find information concerning lore. Would I know of anywhere in town I could find maybe some stories or some rumors or whatnot about the tower that we're headed to, Wolf's Tower?
Yeah. So there's a couple places in town that you could probably try to go to for this information. Right off the bat, there's a couple places on the north side of the town that are the really old family farms that you have. If I can make this bigger, that'd be great. That you've heard of, the Bertrand family farm and the Fossier farm. Now, those two families have been here for generations, so they might know something. You also know that it's possible for... there's a really wealthy family here on the west side of town. They have a mansion. It's called Yisklov Mansion. They might know something offhand just because they seem well connected. However, you also know that they would probably not appreciate you just walking up and knocking on their door, right? Beyond that, maybe the clergy might know something, such as at the Church of the Gods, which has different. They worship variety of the current gods.
Mhm.
It's kind of like open to the community, and they can choose who they want to
Right.
go there and worship to. Same thing with the Temple of the Gods. That's more of like Pantheon style building with like statues to the various gods. So, I mean, those are kind of the areas you think you could definitely get some information from.
Yeah. Thunk being who he is, I think he'd probably only consider the farms. The other
Okay.
two places seem like too high class for him.
Oh, hey guys, on the way out of town, we should stop at the Bertrand farm and the Fossier farm. They apparently been here a long time. They may have some stories about the Wolf's Head Tower or something. Some more information we can find out.
Not a bad idea.
We might know if the wizard who had it was real powerful or something. Had good magic books.
I think the first thing, though, we should do is prepare for this adverse weather. I doubt it's safe to travel today.
Farms usually have good soil.
That too.
True. Tell me, Kermit, what do you think the weather's going to be like over the next 24 hours?
Well, I actually wouldn't know off the top of my head. Would Kermit know though?
It rains a lot in this part of the world. You know that. That's why you have swamplands and stuff. It's, a lot of rainfall.
Just a lot of rain, and
It's
I
not
don't know how
uncommon to
long
go
it's-
30 days with rain.
Yeah, I'll pass on that information. Pretty much.
We should make sure all of our stuff is water resistant at the very least.
I guess my good cloak.
How cold is it getting in this rain?
It's pretty cold. I'd say like low, maybe mid 40s. It's cold.
Okay, so it's not quite at the level where it's going to cause exhaustion and danger to us, though.
40 to, I mean,
Cool.
you could suffer hypothermia, I think, in 40-degree weather if you're just continually wet.
Okay.
And depending on what you're traveling in, if your feet are wet and stuff, you might get necrotic,
Yeah.
issues and things like that too. Blisters that really suck. There's always, in this part of the world, there is always the dangers of traveling overland. Just because, again, you're in swamplands, like there's a lot of threats that people might not even think of.
It might be a good idea for us to get some cold weather clothing then before we head out.
There's definitely a tent with various clothing and boots and things like that.
Yeah, I'm going to head there.
And whatever it is in the book, I'll let you just buy it. You don't even have to negotiate it. Whatever
That's a-
clothes you want to buy, you can.
Okay.
Straight out of the PHP.
Okay.
And you could probably assume common clothes might be that, unless there's a specific entry in the book. Same thing with
Cold weather
shoes.
clothing.
There you go. Perfect.
10 gold pieces a hit, 5 pounds.
Yeah, for you as a human, that's easy. The goblin, I would say, it's still pretty easy. In fact, the mayor of this town is a halfling. So it's not uncommon to find clothing that fits halfling-sized people as well. Lizard Man could probably find stuff that fits, but a little uncomfortable because I'm assuming he's not exactly shaped like most humanoids and things like that. Maybe he's got a little more of a hunch being a lizard or something. I don't know. And the treant, well, good luck there.
It's mainly the tail.
Yeah, the tail causes a huge issue.
Yeah, so I have to find stuff that's custom tailored.
Yes.
What are you saying? It's mainly dead ass.
Data ass.
He pulls everything up to the bottom of his tail and leaves his butthole hanging out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
That's why he only wears
right
dresses.
there. Get a little higher.
All right. Okay. So the rain does start to die down after. I'm assuming you get the clothes and stuff. That pretty much takes until almost nighttime. The rain still continues, but the storm does pass. And it's nighttime. Now, are you guys still staying down at the campsite?
Actually, wanted to ask about that. Were there tents at the campsite?
That depends on if you guys had tents.
I don't think we have. We could get a tent. It's 2 gold pieces for a 2-person tent. I mean, might as well.
So you'd need 2 tents then. And then Black Trunk just wouldn't stay in a tent, probably. I would assume.
No, we just need 1 tent. Me and Thunk count as small. I'm 5'1", just a hair above a dwarf.
This is true.
We can cram 3 of us in 1 tent.
I'm 5'9", so not much taller.
Thunk will fit.
All right, I'll allow it with 1 tent. That's fine. It's a very tight fit, and it won't be comfortable sleeping. Especially
okay.
since I'm imagining Thunk as a flailer and a snorer.
Oh yeah. It's not like a good snore. It's like that wet, gurgly, like crackly snore.
He probably
sounds like
farts
he's
in
got
his sleep
emphysema.
too, and every time he farts in his sleep, he rolls over. Yep.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, should we get some rest for tomorrow morning?
well,
We'll assume you guys already bought the tent before now, though.
Okay.
So don't worry.
Yeah,
You
we've
got
been
2
here for about a
tents
month.
because you tried the 1 tent thing. You realized Thunk needed his own tent, and you got him into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Real
pretty sure
quick.
Thunk's got like a comically
go.
small little tent for
Yeah.
himself. Like,
Yeah, Thunk has his own tent. All right. So when you guys are hanging out there, looking across the way, you can see on the other beach to the west of you, just near the old ruined towers, there's a lot of tents. And there's a large campfire, even in the rain over there. Everyone's been referring to that area over there as Traveler's Way. It's like a peninsula on the southwest corner of this town. And it looks like pretty boisterous over there. You can see there's like dancing. You can see like the shadows of people dancing and stuff in the distance. But the light from their fire reflects off the ocean between you and them.
looks like they're having a good time.
It's only a look. They're really miserable.
We should get away from the fire.
Oh, you're away from it. You're not
We're
close
away
to
from
it.
it.
All right, so the night pretty much passes. In the morning, it is clear. It's muggy from raining all night, but it is no longer raining or wet. Well, it is wet. The ground is wet to the touch. It soaked up that water though, really good. There's not like a lot of standing water. It's just like murky mud, especially where you guys are set up for your camp.
Excellent.
The roads are pretty solid. They're like a harder clay, but where the runoff is, it's damp and muddy.
Excellent.
Uh,
Let's
Is it
have
on the
some
road?
breakfast.
ugh.
So you guys are heading towards Wolfheart?
yeah, after some breakfast.
After some breakfast and getting dressed in the warm weather clothing.
Okay. So you stop into the tavern again, right?
Yep.
All right.
That's breakfast.
Kurtug already has your table set. He already knows what you guys... Well, he knows what Thunk wants, and that's the fish soup. So he's got fish soup waiting for Thunk. And in fact, Thunk, you notice it seems like this soup has extra fish eyes.
Oh, that's just thinking good.
It's of course it's the table near the window.
Oh, of course. It is your table. Your designated table. Is Kermit inside or outside at this point, though?
Definitely outside.
All right. So they've, in fact, knowing this, that you guys do that, they offer to move a table outside of that window for you guys in the future, should you want.
Yes, please.
All right.
Would
Yeah.
very much help.
We will definitely put one there. We're not going to have it today, but tomorrow we will put a table out there. Just for you.
Excellent.
Eva, what do you choose to eat?
What do they have?
Pretty much any kind of dish you can think of with food, or with fish. Any kind of fish too, like whether you want shellfish or whatever. They pretty much have it.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of stuff that's high in carbs.
Oh, well, yeah, bread comes free with any fish meal.
Yeah,
So,
carbs and calories.
there you go. They have pasta too, so there you
Oh,
go.
perfect. I'll have the linguine with meatballs and
Perfect.
surf and turf filet mignon on the side, usual.
I love it.
Boss pasta.
So Black Trunk, you don't eat anything, do you? You just kind of hang out, pretty much. Okay. And then Kermit, what do you eat?
Normally,
People.
yeah, right, people. I'm just eating people left and right. No, no, typically like I would say insects and other various things.
Would you eat fish?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So you're not picky though about fish. You're like whatever, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll eat anything.
They give you basically the cheaper fish. Like they're just like, yeah, here you go. Here's a bunch of fish for you, right? It's like a hodgepodge of like scrap fish. Like it's not like a fine thing, but you get a lot of it. Like they just served it up big. And Kurtug tells you that's his favorite dish on the menu. He's like, that's what I like to eat.
And then I'll just start grabbing the fish and stuff and just like shoveling it down my face.
Scales
I'm
and all.
just like scales and all, and I'm just like
I'm pretty sure between Kermit and Thunk, we make a huge mess. Like,
Oh, I'm sure. Luckily, Kermit's outside.
yes, I'm making the mess outside.
As you guys are eating, you see a halfling man, well dressed, walks in, and he goes straight over to the table with that one guard that I had told you guys about the night before. That guard appears to be writing in a journal. He's got some food that he's basically finished at his table, and this halfling sits down with him, and they're on the other side of the tavern. You can't make out anything they're saying though.
Thunk will kind of turn with like a fish head sticking out of his mouth and look.
What's the matter?
The guard does notice you, Thunk, as you look over.
Wave,
But
just a
continue-
fish head hanging out of his mouth.
He just raises a couple fingers on the desk, like, or on the table, like, yeah. And continues. After a couple minutes, you guys eating your food and stuff, you see the halfling man get up from that table and then leave. Not necessarily with any extra speed to it, just a casual walkout. He does say something to Kurtug about seeing him later. But yeah, that's about it. All right, so you guys finish your meals. It ends up being a total of 1 silver for all of your meals. Relatively cheap.
I give him a silver.
He takes it.
Thank you.
All right, you guys heading out then?
So,
Okay. And what is your marching order going to be? And, what is your plan for travel? Are you traveling fast, slow? What are you hoping to do while traveling? Foraging, whatever.
Thunk would put himself in the middle of the pack somewhere.
Thunk's in the middle.
Okay. Who's at the front?
I'll take the front.
That'd be our scout? Okay. Where would you like to be, big boy?
I guess I'll be behind everybody.
Okay, I'll be the second then in line. Remember 10-meter dispersion, or 10 feet dispersion. Simplify it into imperial terms.
Okay.
And I think we should move at probably a normal pace, so that way we're not going blind into places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, normal will be fine.
Okay. Normal pace. Now, is this going to be your marching order? Like, can I assume this is always going to be the marching order for now? Unless stated otherwise?
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable
Probably, yeah.
explanation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make a note of it so I don't always have to ask. I always ask it a million times in a campaign because I can't ever remember. But I just wrote it down, so hopefully I remember. All
All
right.
time is a difficult thing to deal with.
Right.
Unless otherwise we tell you that's the
Yeah.
normal marching order.
Will do. All right. Okay. All right, so you start heading northeast. Now, Kermit, do you have some kind of navigating abilities?
Let me check.
Maybe from a background or a class thing?
He does have tight leather pants.
But his tail's hanging out, so it doesn't help.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It actually just makes it harder to walk.
Oh, damn.
That's true.
Mistakes were made.
Not that I'm seeing offhand, but
What's your
there
background?
might be. It's the pirate one.
Oh, okay. Okay. So do me a favor. Give me a survival check again.
Okay.
And you did study the map before we
Oh
came?
wow. Yeah. 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you feel like you are leading straight to the place you guys are trying to go. So right now you're in Havlo. You start heading north on the North Road. It splits off east at one point, and you know that once it starts to turn, so you go northeast. You know that this road will eventually curve based on the map. If you keep heading straight, though, you know you will eventually get to Wolfheart Tower. Now, you're not sure exactly where the pixie buttons, devil peppers, and snakeberries are. Because of your score of an 18, though, I will say you do know that typically those would be located in a forest, especially on the outskirts of a forest. So not deep in it because they need some sunlight. But they also don't grow in the middle of a green field either. It's usually on the outside of a forest. Now, according to the map, Wolfheart Tower is near two different forests, but not. It's still located a few miles away from each of the forests. So the question is, do you want to go to Wolfheart Tower, or do you want to try to go to the outskirts of one of the two forests?
I would say I would lead us to the outskirts of the forest. Actually.
Okay. So
So
there's
the one to
one
the
in the-
east, probably.
the eastern one? Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Because
do know that's a thicker forest too.
it's right. Yeah. It's also just east of the Wolfheart Tower.
Mhm.
So it'll be pretty quick for us to get there if we have to,
Yep.
make a dash for it or something.
Okay. All right.
Juice,
Yes.
may I go ahead and do active perception for keeping an eye out for everything from the second position?
Yeah, roll right now.
Sure.
I'll say that works for like an hour.
Okay. That is 17.
Okay. And you're just looking out for like dangers and stuff?
Anything, especially because I heard that there's cannibals out here somewhere, and they might be a problem.
Okay. So you are definitely super alert. Now, you guys are pretty much in the open. There is some woods on the left as you're on this road. Once the road starts curving right, you do a slight turn to the right to go to the forest to the east of Wolfheart Tower. After that hour, again, Eva, you notice you're not paying as much attention for some reason. Maybe Thunk has been especially loud, singing some song or something, or who knows? Maybe talking about moldy
Fingers and
bread.
toes, fingers and toes, make my streets, fingers and toes.
Eva, give me another perception roll for your next part of the trip.
Gentle dice. Not the worst thing on earth. That's a 13.
Okay.
Could be worse. Could be better.
All right, let me see something. Okay. All right, so you're walking out in the middle of this field. Now the grass, you're not on the road now. The grass is pretty high up. It's like 3 feet tall through here. So your goblin friend, how tall are you?
The goblin? He's only 3 foot.
So
With his hat, with his hood pulled up, it's 4.
yeah, you can't see anything. You just see grass. Like that is it.
Yeah, Thunk
you
is blind.
basically
Like-
fail all vision checks.
Yeah,
no matter
yeah,
what at this point.
I completely agree. He's pretty much blind here. He's just tootling along.
Now, Eva, you do see about 40 feet in front of you. You can see a couple parts where the grass is like moving. It looks like multiple things are moving the grass. And Black Trunk, give me a perception check for you. Because you're a little taller. I'd say you'd probably be able to notice it as well. No, I can't.
18 total.
Oh, okay. You definitely see it. Kermit, what's your passive perception?
Oh, my passive? Check. Where's that on the character sheet?
I think it's on the far left. On the
Far
D&D
left.
one.
After the saving
Oh,
throw.
14.
Oh, okay. All right. So you three all see this movement in the grass. What
Does
would
it
you like
seem
to do?
natural or?
Oh yeah,
does
it's
it
not like a
seem
gust of
unnatural?
wind. It's like it's something is moving the grass. Yeah, something is in the grass.
I start moving immediately
Moving where?
forwards.
Okay. Do you pass Kermit?
No,
Okay.
I'm stopping moving. I said
Oh, I thought you said you start moving. Okay.
no. I
Yeah, I'm going to try to hide my presence.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, Kermit.
15. That's respectable.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
Thunk
And-
see an obvious look of worry on everyone's face?
Thunk's just going to run into my back because you can't see.
I was gonna say, Thunk, you see
You
Eva's
see a butt.
You see a butt as it like stops and you smack it with your face.
What's happening?
Thunk with bonus action hide.
All right. Give me a stealth check for you as well. What are you doing, Black Trunk?
I am going to try to remain motionless, and then I become indistinguishable from a normal tree.
Deception.
Well,
right.
Thunk rolled a 3 plus his 3 modifiers, so that's 6. He probably just does the same thing as Black Trunk, just tries to stand still like a tree.
Is Thunk like giggling while he's doing this because he thinks he's so clever?
No. I mean, he's scared. Like he's a pretty cowardly person. So if he saw everyone else freak out, he'd be like,
Do you have like a So you rolled a 3. Do you have like a nervous trait that you do? Like maybe you fart or something? Or... yeah, I don't know. Like what does Thunk do when he's scared and rolls a 3 for something?
I mean, he'd probably be shaking pretty bad. You'd probably might hear some rattling or clinking of stuff on him. He's just.
Oh yeah, all those silver coins that you
Yeah.
just stocked up on. Like, okay, you just hear that. Okay. So Eva, you see these things kind of disperse a little bit. Whatever, you can't tell what they are. You just see they move wide. You see what looks like about 8 of them 8 different spots, and one of them starts moving towards Black Trunk. And Black Trunk, you see one of them like starts moving over towards you.
Can I tell what it is, or it's just I can just see the grass moving?
You can tell. You rolled well. You see fur, like a dark gray fur. Eva doesn't see that though.
Okay. I just say, we mean you no harm. In common, but I don't know, like, since I can't tell what it is, I can't really talk to it.
As soon as you say that, all of the motions in the grass stop. And the one closest to Black Trunk starts to growl.
Does the growl give away what it is now? I know.
Sounds like some kind of canine.
Okay. I'm going to make the leap that it's probably a wolf.
You would probably be pretty accurate.
No, we're going for Danish Mastiff here. Actually.
So this one's about 15 feet away at this point. So they kind of spread out, and then we're off to the side a little bit. This one especially had moved closer to you. It wasn't necessarily looking aggressive until you said that, and now you can hear the growling. Everybody roll initiative. Don't worry, I rolled really well, guys.
Oh, me too.
Like really well. Like I got an 8.
I actually did roll well.
I'll do you one better. I got 7.
I got 21 on my initiative.
That's not bad.
Type it in the chat of Zoom.
Yeah, I'm doing it
Sarah.
right now.
That'll help me the most.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And I just need to write
Sorry.
these couple things down.
What
What
Yeah.
level are you
dice-
guys? Aren't you guys like
3.
level 3? Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I
Yes.
thought.
Yeah.
Damn, my dice are betrayed. I need to stop using this lime green dice. This thing sucks.
Stop, Daddy. Stop.
You gotta start using these red dice, dude.
We need a dice sponsor, and then I would say just go buy their dice.
Dice.
If anyone would like to be our dice sponsor, please contact Juce at Master the Game and
Let's
Yeah,
see,
go to
what-
our website, masterthegamerpg.com.
What color would be
and hit contact
necromancy?
us.
purple,
Oh.
Purple.
violet.
All
Like
right, so
translucent purple or like dark purple?
Kermit
Yeah,
will
both
go
work.
first. Ooh.
Kermit.
We'll go with the translucent purple ones. They look like crystals.
Next up
And
is
do the-
Eva. Black Trunk. Oh wait, where is Eva's an 18? Yes. Okay, so then Black Trunk is 17. Okay.
He's a very fast tree.
Isaiah, I'm sorry.
got
Thunk
7.
is after me. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, I rolled bad.
Perfect. So Thunk is pretending to be a tree and shaking
Yeah.
and just hear ting 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 ting, some rattling. Kermit, what would you like to do? You heard your treant friend say, "We mean you no harm," and then you started hearing a growl coming from a creature.
I
behind
also
you.
immediately went into stealth before that all this happened.
Mhm.
So what do I see around me right now? I mean, or here?
can
Actually, that's
see-
what I want to know. Is what do I hear?
You hear from one of the spots. So this is kind of behind you a little bit and to the side. You were probably preoccupied with seeing some of the motion of the spots in front of you more. That are about,
Right.
Still about 30 feet in front of you. But the one off to your side is about 10 feet behind you and 20 feet, or about 10 feet to the side and 10 feet back still. So about 20 feet total. And you hear that one growling.
Okay.
You can make out where they are based on the grass being pressed down.
Yeah. Let me. That's still quite a bit of ways away, but then there's.
You
two
can close the
noises-
distance on any of them if you want.
But you said there's two noises in front of me.
No, there's
30
two
feet.
that you can see the grass is pressed down.
Okay.
Only one you can
Okay.
hear noise from, and that's behind you.
So that's 30 feet in front of me. if I'm stealthing, that's 15 feet per round, right?
True. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Okay. Okay.
I forgot about that.
So, shit. Sorry.
And
hang
because
on.
you don't have a clear sight on them, you would be at. They
And
would
I don't
have
a
cover.
bow.
Yeah, they would have cover.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move towards the growling one
Okay.
very slowly. So try to like stay behind him
Uh,
where that noise.
based
I
on where
think
it's
that
at,
noise
you
is coming
can
from.
get to
Yeah.
it if you want to, even with
Yeah.
stealth.
I'm basically gonna have to just spend 2 actions to get there. Yeah.
No, you can do
So-
it with one. I'll say one movement. You can actually get there. I'll say.
Okay, I'll try to get behind him and attack him.
Yep, you can do that.
All right, I am dual wielding short swords, so let's see. So it's a 17 and a 18. What's the negative for doing?
There's
dual
no
wielding again?
negative. There's just no bonus.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, okay.
Your second attack would be a straight
Okay.
roll, pretty much.
Okay, so
Unless you
17
have it.
and an 18 then to hit.
What was it? I'm sorry.
17, 18.
Yep, both hit.
Okay. And you're both.
And only your
D6s?
first attack gets your damage bonus.
Right. And the damage bonus is what, a D4?
No.
It's
Your
your
damage.
strength mod or dex mod.
Yeah, at either strength or dex mod.
Oh. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6 plus 2, which is 8, and then the other one is 4 plus 2, which is 6. Or sorry, just
4
4 and 8. 4 and 8.
So you kill this thing. So you see this wolf as you come up on it, and it doesn't see you coming. It's fixed on the tree and it's looking up and growling at it because it heard noise from it, and you just hack it to pieces real quick. As soon as you do that, it does let out a, and as it does, you can hear all the other wolves start howling at once, very loudly. And it is now Eva's turn.
Okay. I can't actually see any of the wolves. I can just see the grass.
Correct. You know where they're at. Because you were about how far behind Kermit were you originally?
10 feet.
Okay, so they're about 40 feet in front of you, basically.
Okay. So I got my first thing I'm going to do is go, okay, Thunk, time for you to get the high ground. And I'm going to grab Thunk and just toss him on top of my shoulder as my free item interaction or my free Thunk interaction. And
So it
then
could
I'm
be
going to,
hands on each side of your head, like.
that way you can see
great.
something at least. And then I'm going to go ahead and fire my heavy crossbow at the nearest wolf that I can see his approximate location.
You will be at disadvantage.
Yes, I will. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that first with disadvantage. Jesus, that's actually even with disadvantage. I rolled a 16 and a 13 with my modifier plus 8, so that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And okay, and let me see here. I have to go over all my abilities. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with my little bow. Oh, God, maximum damage. That's 10 plus 4, 14 points with the crossbow shot.
You see your arrow go through the grass, and you hear once again, like that one that was howling just stops howling, and you see blood squirt across the grass.
Thunk, stay on top of me.
You nailed him!
And I'll go ahead and end my turn here reloading.
All right, Black Trunk, it's your turn. The wolf that was next to you that started growling at you, you saw that get killed by Kermit. The
Okay.
other ones that are straight ahead are probably about 50 feet in front of you at this point.
Okay, can I see them?
You can see where they're at. You can't see them specifically. In fact, when you saw the one to your right, they're clearly in like a hunter's stance. They're crouched, trying to sneak up through this grass on something.
So I kind of see where they're at.
Yes.
I technically can't see them physically, but I could see them enough to do, I don't know, vicious mockery.
You have to be able to see them with that spell?
It says at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you.
Oh, if it can hear you, then there you go.
Though it not need to understand.
Yeah, you can do it then. Does that require a save?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Okay. It's 13.
Your mother was a hamster.
So does a 14 make it?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you see the grass is moving. The one you were trying to aim it at did not seem to work.
Okay.
All right. It is their turn. Now's the fun. All right.
This is where the fun begins.
Yep. So Eva, you're currently in the front.
No, that's Kermit.
No, he went backwards to the right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, I went a
left
little
you in
bit
the front.
backwards. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he did to me. Okay.
So
I'm in the front.
Yep. So you're in the front. As you're standing there, one moves up on you and attacks you.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. With a bite, that is not good enough. That's a 7.
Nope.
So it misses you. However, 2 more move up on you.
Uh-oh.
The first one bites.
Tactics.
Yep. First one is a 14.
Miss.
Okay. The second one, or this is the third one that moves up on you, but the second one with pack tactics. Oh my gosh. Does a 16 hit?
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, so 16 hits. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you take 7 piercing damage. Also, I need a strength save.
Swing save in the middle of Swing Street. That's a 19 swing save.
A 19? Okay, so you make it. So for a minute, you almost fall. And Thunk, you are able to maintain your balance as well, but you know the fall from the top of Eva's shoulders might hurt you for 1d6 falling damage.
I am now 10 feet tall.
There's another wolf that comes up on you as well, Eva.
Uh-oh.
This is the 4th one on you.
More pack tactics.
And that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
4, 8. That is 10 points of damage. And I need a strength save.
16.
Okay, you make it also. Kermit, one comes up on you, tries to bite you. That is a 19.
Yeah, it will hit.
4, 5, 6, 7. So you take 8 points of piercing damage. I also need a strength save.
Yep. That's a D20, right?
Yep.
Ooh, 8.
So you are now knocked prone.
Awesome.
The second wolf walks up on you, attacks you at advantage with a bite. That is an awesome roll. That's 23 to hit. You will take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage from that second attack. And that was their turn. It is now Thunk's turn. You see at the base of Eva are 4 wolves nipping at her legs, trying to knock her prone.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Sleep Centered on Us. I don't think I can knock both me and Eva out, so
okay.
I don't think I'll chew through all their HP trying to put them to sleep before it knocks us out. So I think it's a safe bet.
He's not with the lowest HP.
Huh?
Then move up.
That's all right. Roll it.
Well, I mean, Ava doesn't look like she's about to pass out, does she?
She's looking pretty well bloodied. Her thigh has a nice chunk missing, and she's got a big bite.
I mean, Thunk, given that he's seeing his mount currently looking very very
His
wounded.
mount.
How many wolves can I get without centering on us then?
So at this point, one's in front of you, one's to the right, one's to the left, and one's probably diagonal to the right as well.
Right. So if I have a 20-foot sphere, can I get
You can get 2, probably.
2?
Without putting it on you. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to knock Ada out and then, or not Ada, Eva out and then, fall on the ground and have an unconscious or Eva for them to chew on. All right, so that's 5d8. Let me roll those to see how many HP I can put unconscious. 5, 6. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 5 is 17, and one more. 18, 19 HP worth of enemies I can put unconscious.
Okay. So one of them falls down on its side, just starts snoring right away.
All right. And I believe that's all I can do.
Okay. Kermit, you've got 2 on you.
Yes, I do. And
you
Let me
are
think
knocked
here.
prone, so if you attack from the ground, you are at disadvantage. It uses half movement to stand.
Right, but I have to take a full action to stand up.
No, you don't. It's half movement to stand, indeed.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
And then you can still attack.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll attack the weaker looking one.
Okay.
It's a 21 to hit and a 15.
Dead.
Well, that's just a hit though. So I don't know
Oh,
what
sorry. I
that
thought
shit.
that was the damage.
Yeah, that's I'm
both hit.
swinging with
Both
2.
hit.
Okay, so I'm swinging with 2 weapons here.
Right. It's so let's resolve one at a time for future reference, because sometimes you
Okay.
might kill it on the first attack and then be able to hit another one. So
Okay, well,
yep.
I guess
you hit on both.
anyway,
So now I just need
6
damage.
plus 4, which is 10.
Okay.
And
It is still
then-
standing, that first one.
And then 3.
All right. So it drops on the second attack on it. So you are able to kill one with both your attacks. Blood just splatters all over the other one. The wolf next to you reacts to it, but still locks in on you. Does not seem to want to run, per se. And it is now Eva's turn.
Okay. And I've got 4 wolves on me. Well, 3 that are conscious, 1 that's asleep.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to drop my heavy crossbow, pull out my short sword, and I want to slash the nearest one.
Okay.
The guy on the left, he's a dick.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to precision attack that using a superiority die.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to help me either, actually, because I rolled a 1 on the superiority die. Does a 10 hit?
No.
I did not think so. Okay, action surge. Take another swipe with it.
All right.
Well, a 2 is not going to hit no matter what I roll on the superiority die, because that's a 8. So that's not going to work either. In that case, bonus action, second wind. Really, dice? We're going to have a conversation about why I only gained 4 HP there. Okay, I end my turn. Jesus.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's not very good.
No.
How long are they asleep for? Like a minute, by the way, Thunk, with the sleep spell. Yeah, just let me know how long that is. I mean, I'm sure it won't matter. All right, Eva, you're getting attacked first.
Pack tactics. Dun, 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 dun.
Crit, which is always wonderful.
Ooh, why would you do that, Juce?
I couldn't help it.
I know.
Ooh, I rolled double 1s though. Plus, are we doing my max damage rule plus 1 roll, or are we
I
doing?
think so.
Okay, so then
Yeah,
that's
duration's 1 minute.
okay. So yeah, we're doing the max damage plus 1 roll. So that's 2, 3, 4, plus 8. Why can't I think? 12. That's 12 points from the first wolf's attack.
Okay.
All right, second attack. That's 11 on the die, plus 4, I think. So that's 15. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And so that's going to be 2,
Hang on.
3, 4, 6 points on the second attack.
I go down.
Oh. Well. Let's see. So Thunk, you fall. Give me a dex save, Thunk.
That should be decent. Let me get my character sheet back up. 17.
All right. So you fall. You do not take falling damage from the short fall. However, you are surrounded by wolves and you are standing above Eva.
Yes.
This third wolf is now going to attack you because you are standing over dinner. And that is a 16 to hit.
That hits, but I'm going to cast Shield.
Oh, okay. So it misses. All right. Kermit, you got one attacking you. Regular, not with advantage. That is an 18.
Yep.
1, 3. That's 5 points of damage. Give me a save.
Strength.
Yes.
Okay, 1 second here. 18.
You make it. You stay on your feet as this thing tugs at your foot, and you stay up. All right. Did I? You know what? I missed
You said-
Black Trunk, didn't I?
Sorry, you said 5, right?
Yeah.
5
Did I
points?
skip you, Black Trunk?
I wasn't sure if you did.
I did. It's all right. Go
Okay.
go now, Black Trunk.
Okay, so here's a question for HP, did we roll or did we take max?
What? I don't do max. I do first level max because that's by the book. You either take average or roll.
Okay, because I think it assigned me my hit points, so we may have to resolve that here in the interim, because that doesn't look right. Okay. Do I see these things now? They're nipping and biting.
Yeah,
and all
you
that good
can
stuff?
see them once they're engaged. You can kind of see the grass is like matted down now. You can see where all of them are now.
Oh boy. Okay, so I see Eva fall down and then
Yeah.
Thunk fall down. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
good.
Yep.
That's not good for the home team.
Nope.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely go for them first.
Okay, so I'm going to Eldritch Blast one of them that's on Eva.
Okay.
Please hit, please hit. What's my bonus to hit? Good lord.
I should ask, can you
13?
see them?
13 hits.
Okay, 10 damage.
And one on Eva.
Yep.
All right. What kind of damage is that?
Force damage.
Okay. So you hit this wolf. It is still standing, but you can see all of a sudden blood starts running out of its snout and its mouth, and it's clearly its own blood.
Bleed its own blood.
Okay. All right. Normally it would be my turn now, but I went prematurely. Thunk, it is your turn.
All
And
right.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Thunk is going to let's see. He's gonna burn a second level spell slot and cast enlarge on Kermat.
Okay.
Hopefully big scary lizard man can be even bigger scary lizard man and scare the wolves away. That is Thunk's reasoning here.
So how does that work?
You're now large sized. And
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell him his new stats. He
Yeah.
gets like bonuses to stuff.
You're large,
Yeah.
you're big, you do more damage, and you're dummy thick.
Yeah. All right. So you cast enlarge. So medium goes to a large creature. The creature, let's see. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. The target weapons also grow to match its new size. While these weapons are enlarged, the target's attack with them deal an extra 1d4 damage. So you get
Oh.
extra damage.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You also have advantage on all strength checks and saving throws. So when they try to
Yeah.
snag you, it's much harder for them to do.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
And then I will bonus action disengage because I get to do that
Mm-hmm.
as a goblin, and I'm gonna run the hell away, running towards the tree.
Okay. You can do that. So
I have to abandon Ava. There's nothing I can do for her at the current moment.
are you running towards Black Trunk, or because that's the only tree
Yeah,
you
Black
see
Trunk.
right now? Okay. Are you gonna like climb him or stay behind him?
Well, movement wise, how much movement do I have left by the time I get to him?
If you climb him, I'll allow it, assuming he doesn't. Like,
I mean,
try
if
to
he lets
shake
me
you
climb
off.
him, I would definitely climb him because that's the safest place for Thunk to be. But yeah,
You can
he
climb
bonus
him.
action disengaged, so he doesn't
Sure.
shouldn't get attacks of opportunity.
Nope.
All right, that's his plan.
All right.
Get to high ground.
So yeah, you climb Black Trunk. You are up on his branch. Kermit, it is your turn. You still have this wolf next to you.
Yeah, fuck this wolf.
You are
He's
now
gonna die.
really big. You're bigger
Yeah.
than the treant.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing at this wolf, I guess. So +4. Actually, yeah. So 21 at least to hit.
That'll hit.
No, yeah, I figured.
Don't forget your extra D4 of damage. Plus the other.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1 on each.
What?
So that's 4 damage.
No. So you hit this thing, not as impressive as I thought. In fact, maybe the size, like you went to swing at it and then you start growing in size. So it kind of throws you off. And so when you swing your weapon, it's not direct. It just kind of nicks it.
Okay. I'm gonna swing one more time, I guess.
Yep.
18.
Hits.
And there we go. Heck yeah. Max damage. So that's 6 plus 2, which is 8.
8.
And then
Oh, you
plus
don't get
4.
your modifier on top of your offhand.
I know.
attack.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Gotcha.
So that's 8.
You drop the second one. So you like slice into its spine and you can see it separate and just become ooze. Like it just falls over, just bloody mess.
So like the first attack, I was just like, wait, what? And then take that.
You do still have movement. There's currently a sleeping one. There's one that's been pretty badly hit. It's bleeding out its snout and mouth. And then there's another one that seems, it doesn't look like it's been hit.
Yeah.
Over near Eva's unconscious body.
Yeah. I'm gonna move towards the unconscious body.
Okay.
And closest to the one that's the most aggro.
Okay.
As I can. As I can.
Eva, death save. And then we were doing that.
You're muted, Josh.
We were trying that house rule that we had talked about for death saves. So right now it's just your straight beat a D10. However, next time you are dropped to 0 throughout the campaign, I think is what we said. It'll be 1 difficulty higher. So like next time it'd be an 11 you would have to beat if you're dropped to 0. The time after that would be 12. Eventually you can't succeed at all, right?
No, it's fine. I did very well on this saving throw.
Yeah, what'd you get? 20?
1.
All right, so you have 2 fails. So you might not have another one.
Every
and
time.
Then when you do get back up, you do have 1 level of exhaustion because you were dropped to 0, is what we had decided.
Fun.
I know. Black Trunk. You better roll up that cleric real quick, Josh. I'm just
Did
kidding.
you say black trump or black trunk?
Black Trunk.
Oh, okay.
Black junk.
You said black trump. I'm like, what?
No, no. Wow, no. Nope, trunk. Like junk in the trunk.
Tell us about investing, black trunk. Your hotels.
I like Kermit thinking I said
Oh,
black
man.
junk.
Well, it is big enough.
It is wood.
That is true.
He do got wood.
Like to do an incest check.
No.
He is trying so hard not to laugh right now. Give him a
Oh,
break,
Step
guys.
Tree, what are you doing?
Let's see. How many are still up? We got one sleeping.
One sleeping. One that Eva, the one that you bloodied last time, pretty dang bad. Another. There's actually two more that are right next to Eva, and now Kermit is over there by Eva as well, surrounded by these four. There's really only four total. That's what I'm getting at.
Did Thunk climb up on me?
Yeah, he's on you now.
Okay, so I run over to where the fray is, so he's coming with me.
You just take him right back into it.
Just left there.
And then I'm going to blast one with Eldritch Blast again.
Okay, I'm assuming you do that before getting over there.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah,
You don't want
I
the
wanna be like-
disadvantage.
Correct.
When Thunk is on top of Black Trunk, does it become Black Thunk?
Yes.
The combination of the two
Oh, man.
morphing together?
21 to hit, 1 damage.
Which one were you hitting? The one you
The
bloodied?
one I already whacked before.
Well, that is just enough to kill it. So
Okay.
you blast that one and clearly break some bones with your Eldritch Blast.
We're the thunk trunk.
The thunk trunk. Trunk's thunk. Thunk's trunk. All right. So there's two. Okay, so there's one sleeping, there's two not. So the first attack is going to be on Kermit. It's a bite attack. Oh my gosh, another crit. All right. That one's only thankful to the pack tactics.
I dodge.
You can't
No.
dodge after that. Oh my gosh. So I rolled double. So that is 8 plus 8, 16, 18 points. I rolled
18?
Yeah, from the crit.
I'm at -10.
All right, so you didn't die, but Kermit is down. Kermit goes down.
Kermit is down.
The
Kermit is
next
down.
one now focuses its attention on Black Trunk. 10 plus 4, 14.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a save, strength saving.
Oh, boy.
1, 2, 3,
Let's see, let me
5,
check.
5 points.
Kermit have good strength.
I am not good at strength.
Do
Wait,
you get
what?
advantage because
I
of
think he
your...
has advantage because he's size large.
I'm checking.
He's 2
to
sizes
see.
bigger, I believe.
I think from his character sheet it says he has advantage.
Hold on.
He's cute enough, he can get advantage.
No, I don't see.
Just roll advantage anyway. No?
That's a fail.
I tried.
All right, so you are prone. Now, I need a dex save from our good friend over there, Thunk.
Yeah.
From Black Thunk.
Thunk is just like falling left.
Are we all just about
good.
ready to
That's-
die here?
That's not bad. That's
It's getting
16.
close, but no, I don't think so. What'd
That's
you
a
get?
16 on the save.
Oh yeah, you make it. So you land right over Eva's body again. You're right there between Eva and Kermit, and you are looking 2 wolves right in the face.
Okay.
It is your turn, Thunk.
Can I get both the wolves in a spell without hitting any of my allies?
No,
Within,
in fact, they are opposite
that's what I
sides
figured.
of you.
Yeah, that's what
this
I
point.
figured. So Thunk's going to pull out all the stops here. He's going to cast Ray of Sickness, casting another first level spell.
This is a great encounter.
Cast it on me. So I can
The
get
range
the wolves out
character
here.
Attack
in place where
roll.
they have no range attacks available to them.
All right. That is a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And that is 2d8 poison damage. I need a constitution saving throw, please. Where's my other d8? There it is.
15 for the con save.
All right. That is a pass. DC was 14. 5 plus 4 is 9. So 9 points of damage.
All right. So you see this thing start doing the hairball thing and like pukes up bile and blood.
All right. It doesn't go down though, huh?
Nope.
All right. Well, Thunk will Is he engaged by any of them currently?
2 of them.
2 of them. All right. He'll bonus action disengage and then run like hell behind. Put Black Trunk between him and them.
All right. Well, Black Trunk's in between them too. Like this is a big mess of like Kermit, Eva, and Black Trunk in a pile, and you were standing there. So you could separate and just move out of the way, and still see because all this grass has kind of been pressed down by like foot movement and everything.
By the struggle,
so you can see, yeah.
Yeah, I will move my my movement to the edge of where the grass is pressed down.
All right, perfect.
And yeah, that'd be 30 feet. So that's it. That's all I got.
Kermit, death save. Just straight D20 roll, no bonuses.
Yep. 4. So no.
All right, so that's only 1 fail for you. You're okay. All right, Eva, is this it? Are you going to die here?
I'll tell you, I'm rolling a red dice this time.
Oh,
yeah, I'm rolling a 5. I die here.
That was quick. I'm glad we came up with your backstory before, today.
Good thing I went with amnesia for my backstory. That simplified it.
Your next character should have amnesia too.
Yeah, all my characters are going to have amnesia.
This should all have amnesia.
Yeah.
They're all escaping.
What's my backstory? I don't know.
They're all escaping from the same closed head injury hospital.
They're all cousins. Every single one of them is a cousin.
No, your next person can be from Havlo or something.
I was going to be from an asylum.
Hey, maybe he's one of the cannibals.
It is your turn. There are 2. One is sleep, or there's 3, but one of those 3 is sleeping.
Okay.
One has been just vomited all over you.
Thank him.
Where is Thunk at?
You ran to the edge of the
saw him
the
run
grass.
behind you to the grass line.
Okay. So I'm on the ground, so I have to get up. That's what half my movement, right?
Yes.
All right. Bonus action Misty Step.
Nice.
And I move behind Thunk.
Oh no. Thunk's got his hands pressed against the back of it. Just like, ah!
And can I do Eldritch Blast from that? Or
Yeah,
no?
you still have your
Okay.
regular action.
I'll fire Eldritch Blast at one of them.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
that's pretty good. 16, 9 damage.
Which one were you hitting? The one that has not been hit or the one that threw up?
The one that threw up.
All right, so you blast it, killing it. Okay. It is their turn. So the one that is left that hasn't been hit, there's also another one sleeping,
Right.
runs over to Eva and starts dragging her body. As it does, it bumps the other one sleeping. That one wakes up, grabs Eva's body as well, and starts dragging it off into the grass.
The built-up gases in Eva's body actually are what wake it up. When you start putting them.
And you see it disappear into the grass line on the opposite side.
Hi guys.
It is now
I'm
Thunk's
going on
turn.
vacation.
Are there still any hostile wolves like right near Kermit?
No, the 2 wolves that were left just took Eva's body and pulled it.
Can I still see where they're at?
Kind of. You can't see them, but you can see where they're at in the grass. Yeah.
That's right. I don't have to see them. I can cast the Cloud of Daggers on a position. It doesn't have to be on a target.
Oh, it's not
Cloud
even
of
around you.
Daggers. Yeah, I'll cast Cloud of Daggers on.
Dex saves.
I believe it's Dex save. Yeah, against
All
a
right.
14.
Well, I rolled a 17 on one. And the other one's a 13. So one definitely takes some damage.
Oh, my bad. It's not a save spell. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time or starts its turn there. So I'll drop it pretty much right on top of him.
Gotcha. Okay. Kermit, death save.
All right. 3.
Oh, 2. You're 1 away from dying.
Yes, I am.
Black Trunk, what would you like to do? You see Kermit down.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Point and laugh.
I mean, I wouldn't put it behind you.
Your
Or in front of
branches
you.
don't sprout good berries, do they?
Oh,
It'd be a flavorful spell to have.
let's see. How far does Misty Step go?
I think it's 30
60?
feet or 60 feet or something.
Is it 30? Hold on. Is that one?
If you teleported right behind Thunk, you would have been 30 feet pretty much.
Okay. So I'm assuming I can get to Kermat, run over there, lumber over there, and see. Can I do a medicine check? Is there a heal check you can do to
Yep,
stabilize
it would just
somebody?
be your medicine skill, beat a 10. And that stabilizes him.
Right. I'm going to attempt to do that.
You have an inspiration as well.
I have rolled a 9, but I have a +1 on my medicine.
Oh, so
That's
you stabilize him. So Kermit is stabilized. That's
Woo!
great news.
Lays some moss over his wounds, like.
Right.
Roll the
There you
damage,
go.
Thunk, for the Cloud of Daggers.
All right, 4d4 coming up. All right, that's 3. 2 more is 3 plus 4 is 7, 8, 9 points of damage for each of them.
Okay. Yeah, you see the grass still moving. They both like howl and start growling, but they're still moving. They
Yeah, it's
move. They're now about I'd say 60 feet away from you,
All right.
and it is your turn, Thunk.
I can't move that spell, so
Gotcha.
that's all my second spell. Second level's gone.
Oh, fireball?
I know I don't have fireball.
Just kidding. Don't do it.
Now that the cloud of daggers is tore up where they're at, can I see them?
No, because they moved after that.
Mm.
It says when they start their turn.
Yeah.
There, so
I don't have anything else that I can target them with. Well, actually, I gotta check.
but you do see anyone who's alive to see this, which is only 2 of you at this moment. Kermit is asleep for at least 2 hours. You see these clouds of daggers just dicing up the grass, and they're just spiraling in that spot.
So,
That's kind of impressive.
how far are they from me right now?
60 feet.
Okay. So they're within 60 feet. I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness. That one is just lashing out towards a creature within range. I do not have to see it.
Okay. So it would be at disadvantage, though.
I don't have to see it though. It's just
I understand.
at a
It's
creature
at
within range.
so any attack at something you can't actually see, even if it's in range, is technically a disadvantage.
All right. That's a 12.
That will still hit.
Okay, so 2d8. That is 7 points of damage.
All right. So you don't see. I mean, you still see the grass moving. You don't know if you killed one or not.
Right.
All right. Kermit, don't have to roll anything because you're stabilized. Eva's dead. Black Trunk.
So I see the grass moving. I'm assuming it's
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Eldritch Blast at disadvantage, right?
Yep.
14.
Hits.
2 damage.
You see the grass stop moving. What would you guys like to do? We're out of combat.
Well, Thunk's unaware that she's dead. I mean, he's not really
Right.
intelligent enough to make that leap, so he's going to go check on her.
I'd like to
Alright.
roll up a new character.
Yeah, go for it. If you send cheesy bread my way, you can have maximum stats.
How would you feel about lava cakes?
What?
Well,
Lava cakes are delicious. I can't
Yes.
eat that though.
me
can,
neither. I have them.
But diabetes doesn't approve.
I'm going to make my way over to where the grass stopped moving, but I'm going to take my time moving over there.
Okay. So in other words,
Thunk's
you move
just
normal.
sprinting.
Yeah, move normal. I'll stop and pause so I look like a tree, and then I'll take a couple more steps.
Yeah, Thunk's
You
just
see
sprinting.
almost where the grass stopped moving. You actually see one of the wolves is dead, lying in its own vomit and blood.
Okay.
And then you see Eva's body next to a dead wolf that was mangled from an eldritch blast.
I will slowly drag it back over to where our group is.
Okay.
Yeah, Thunk's examining her, trying to see if she's alive, like shaking her and stuff.
Yeah, give me a med check.
Is it moving?
That's actually good. That's a 19 plus 1, so that's 20 total. But I mean, Thunk
Yeah,
knows
you
she's
know
alive.
Eva's dead. DED, dead.
Oh. Let's
I
not
spelled
go
it like
then.
Thunk would.
Thunk reaches into her coin pouch and
Shine. Give a friend a shine.
he'll put a coin on each of her eyes.
Always giving away shinies for Eva. That means something right there.
8 gold, 6 silver.
Minus 2 silver then.
Used her own silver for it.
Yeah, I used her money for it.
Never mind. You meant nothing. False alarm.
So Black Trunk slowly like scoops up some of the dirt, starts putting dirt over and dropping some of his leaves.
You said 8 gold, 6 silver. Josh?
Kermit just lays there, unconscious.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
I'll split that up evenly between us later.
Inside check. Will he split it up evenly?
Thunk's gonna go over to Kermit and kind of shake him.
Is it dead? Is it dead? Oh.
No.
Black Trunk did his job. He saved him.
Like you can probably barely hear like some sporadic like breathing, like randomly, you know.
Thunk's gonna take out his water skin and pour some water on your face, see if it wakes you up.
Let it be said, now it is done. There goes our chance at a pacifist run.
That's awesome.
I love the rhymes.
Is Thunk able to wake Kermit up?
No, he does not wake up.
No.
Let him rest.
We gotta move. It's not safe here.
Doesn't mean you can't drag his body elsewhere.
Thunk's 45-pound ass isn't dragging you.
You got a big ass tree for that.
This is true.
A tree that's not strong.
Barely.
He still has carry weight, though.
He's more like a shrub that's tall.
It's my strong tree.
Oh, is there any kind of... So we are out in this tall grass, and I'm the only tree. How far is the... Oh, you headed to like a forest or something?
Yes. You were,
How far is that away?
So you're probably assuming, well, you don't know. Kermit would know, but he's unconscious. He
Okay.
was navigating with the map.
He's not dead though.
Correct.
Not yet.
When he wakes up, he could tell you if you ask.
Yeah.
You
Give us
think
another
he
session.
said
We
something
can kill
about a few hours, and you were only in second hour of travel, so at least another hour away from the forest.
Yeah, so I'm not sure where we're going. I think it's best to rest because I need the rest. So I would pull Kermit close to me and then tell Thunk to stand on me, top of me, and look out.
Okay.
Thunk will climb up to his highest branches and keep a
You're like
lookout.
standing at the top of my head,
Yeah.
and I stick up one of my arms so you can hold on to it.
Yeah, give me a perception roll over there, Thump.
Boy.
Does he get advantage? So am I?
I'll give him advantage because he's up
Okay.
really high.
That's
Well,
good because I
so
have
I'm doing the
-1.
aid, aid or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, thank you for the advantage. That got me nat 20.
You see no signs of anything for the duration of the watch. Eventually, Kermit wakes up with one hit point.
Does that count as a short rest?
For you guys, but not for Kermit.
Okay, good. So I get my
Okay.
spells back.
During that time, I would use my feature to regain 1 spell slot, to regain half my level worth of spell slots during a short rest. So that'd be 1 at level 3.
Okay. Excuse me. So Kermit, you wake up and you hear Black Trunk asking about how long until you're at the forest. You would remember that you were probably 2 hours away.
Still about 2 hours away.
It's live.
What?
I wasn't sure if you were dead.
Of
Ava
course I'm
died.
alive, you idiot.
Ava died. The wolves got her. We got the
Ava?
wolves, though.
Suicide.
Wait, what do you mean Ava's dead?
She's dead. Wolf bit her throat out.
After the multiple hours her and I spent together on a deserted island, and she just ends up dying to a pack of wolves?
Yeah.
What a
I'm
disgrace. And he spits on the ground.
That's exactly what my father said about me. Oh, I mean, out of character. That wasn't in character.
You're no longer big as well because that only lasts for, I believe, an hour.
Right. And I wouldn't even know any difference. I'd just be like, what? Waking up? Oh, I'm not as big as I was. It's awesome. But yeah, no. My character definitely knows Ava because we had done the whole deserted island escapade thing. But at the same time, my character would have thought that Ava was a lot more strong than that. So that's why I'm like, no. Just no.
Yeah, when you get crit that it really kills you.
I don't believe it.
Nice. Do you guys want to set up camp or do you want to continue to travel?
Oh,
Right now, I'm at 1
Yeah,
HP.
I
I would like to set up some camp so I can recover HP.
You can recover HP during. Oh wait, you didn't take a short rest. That's right.
You can still
I just woke
move
up
for a short
half
rest, too.
dead.
Yeah, short rest. You can still move and do stuff. You just can't do any vigorous activity.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't get the
somebody's
benefits.
yeah, but somebody has to lead the group,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if anybody has actual survival or trekking.
You could
skills.
lead from the back though too, if you wanted to navigate from behind as well.
That's
It's a
true.
tough call.
do we try and camp in the tall grass where it's dangerous, or do we?
I'd feel safer among the trees.
Yeah, I would too.
Me too.
Let's try and get to the trees then. I'll stay up here and keep a sharp eye out.
Let me stay behind the big guy, and I just slap the tree branch or whatever he has, and I'll continue to lead us in the right direction.
All right. Let's see. Give me a perception check, Thunk, because you're on top of the tree. With advantage.
Oh, good. Well, it's still not great. That is 13 minus 1, so 12.
So you guys are traveling for a couple hours. You don't see anything, Thunk. In fact, it's a really safe travel. You don't see, hear anything. It's still daytime. And you get to the tree line.
I
Suddenly
suggest we set up camp.
Uh-huh. I think sleeping in the big trees is the best place to sleep right now.
I am going to look for any kind of wildlife, like squirrel, chipmunk, bird.
Okay. Yeah, you see squirrels. Quite a few.
I attempt to communicate.
Okay. With the beast talk thing?
Yeah.
How's that work exactly?
Let's see. You have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants. You can understand. They can understand the meaning of your words, and you can understand basic concepts and ideas from them.
Okay. As you're like standing there motionless, one of the squirrels like crawls up your trunk and onto your branch. What do you say to it?
I say, is it safe to stay here?
It's never safe. It's never safe anywhere. Everything's trying to get us.
Are the wolves nearby?
Wolves! Where are the wolves?
We killed some.
Oh, whew. I thought you were talking about wolves right now, about to come and eat us. We haven't seen any wolves for like 2 days, but yeah, they travel through here pretty frequently. But yeah, I'm up in a tree now, so I'm safe.
I see. Do you see that small green creature down there?
Yes, I would run from him. Scary.
You probably should. He may try to eat you.
Oh no. I'll just stay in the tree.
So all of it's probably a terrible idea, but your friends are welcome to stay in the tree as well, as long as you keep an eye out, unless for anything that may attack.
Oh yes, thank you. Ooh, do you have a good place to stash nuts?
Depends on how many you have.
We do have a lizard man. That's all I'm saying.
We stockpile lots of nuts for the winter. Winter's coming. It's almost here.
The leaves are changing.
They are. Some of them drops extra seeds too, especially at this time.
So you can store your nuts here and rest in the tree, as long as you keep an eye out for anything dangerous.
Thank you. You're kind of a small tree, though. I mean, some stuff can still get to us. I mean, we're only like 9 feet in the air.
Yes, but some trees cannot move.
I don't want to move. That sounds scary.
I sway a little bit.
Ah! It does like a quick lap around your trunk. Look how tall that tree is. That's like a 30-foot tree. That's a good tree to hide nuts in. You seem like a great tree to hide nuts in too, but you're just a little bit young. You're the first tree that's ever talked.
None of the trees here have talked to you?
No, they're pretty quiet.
They sound like they're uptight then.
Probably. What about that green guy? The bigger one. Is he going to eat us too?
As the squirrel sees me sharpening my blades and stuff.
Starts flicking his tail, and you see like the other squirrels
Yeah.
on other branches like watching intently. All right, so you're able to set up camp. The squirrel leaves pretty shortly after that, unless Black Trunk has other questions.
No, I mean, I offered for them to stay in the tree in safety, as long as they keep
They
an eye
do
out.
stay nearby. The one says, "I'll keep a lookout," and moves to the
Okay.
tall tree near you.
Yeah, because I technically don't sleep either, so.
Right.
Okay. Thunk's gonna climb into a random tree and tie himself to a branch and sleep
Okay.
there. He figures that's the safest place for him to be. He doesn't want to get ate by wolves.
Roll a survival check. Do you have
All right.
rope too? I'm assuming.
I do have rope.
Okay.
Yes.
There's no hurry, so roll with advantage.
Okay, so that's an 18.
Okay. You're able to secure yourself to the tree.
Gonna be safe tonight.
Okay. So the night passes without any issues. You are all able to regain your hit dice and things like that. So yeah.
Woo.
All
You don't
of
get
them?
all your hit dice. How's that work exactly? It's like
I think it's like your actual hit die, and then like
Hit
anything
dice.
past that, you have to actually spend an extra amount of short or long rest for that.
no, I think you get like half your hit dice back per
Back.
rest, right?
Half. Yeah.
Per long rest.
Yeah, per long. You just get those back, the hit dice, not your hit points.
Yeah.
So
hit die.
hit dice in
Right.
5e are a resource that you can spend during short rest to regain hit points. At long rest, though, you don't get all your hit dice back. You only get like half, I think.
Right.
Right.
So if you're
it'll
like
be
third
7
level, you would
or-
get 2 or 1.
It'll
Is
be
it
like
rounded
14
down?
for me.
No, I'm not talking
Probably.
about hit points. You'll get all your hit points back from a long rest. You get all your hit points back. However, your hit dice, which is a resource you can spend on short dice or short rest to get hit points, you don't get all your hit dice back. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you get 1 or 2 though of your hit dice back?
I would think you round down, so you
Round
probably
down?
just get one.
Yeah,
Round
everything
down.
is rounded down.
Okay, so yeah, you would then just get 1 back. Okay. Josh, the character you made, I can't click that. Was that just in the campaign group though?
No, that was in my private one. I need to figure out how to put it into the campaign.
Gotcha. There's a way to assign it. I think you
Yeah,
have
I'll
to
worry
go
about
down
it later after the session.
Do it. Okay, no problem. Here is the campaign link if that helps. I don't know if it does.
Thank you.
Yep. So while you guys are camping, let's just introduce the new character, right? It's not nighttime yet, but it is getting dark. And you see from inside the woods, you do see a torch, which definitely catches your attention, Blackthorn. And the squirrels start telling you, someone's coming, someone's coming. What do you look like, Josh's character, that I don't know the name of, walking there? You're muted, by the way.
Oh, it's a mute.
I'm playing a mute. I don't have to talk. It's going to be the best session ever. I look like a cleric.
Are you in
full
heavy
chain-
armor then?
Yes, full chainmail with a big what's that symbol called? With a big sheaf of grain on the front of my tabard, and a shield and a mace in my belt. And I'm about 5'7", fair skin, blue eyes, blonde hair.
Are you a dwarf?
Nope. Human. Human.
Do we recognize the symbol on the shield?
It's a common god.
Then sure, there you go. Common God.
Yeah, Shanti, goddess of agriculture.
Oh, okay.
Something all of us would probably recognize like right away.
Yes.
Probably, it's one of the most common gods.
Probably not Thunk because he grew up out in the swamps, or well, he grew up in goblin culture, which goblin culture doesn't really praise any gods, really, for the most part.
I may not, just because I was a pirate for a long time, but I might have seen it in passing.
So when this person gets about, I don't know, 30 feet, I would say, you can stop right there. No closer with the fire.
Talking tree.
Among other things, yes.
Terribly sorry about. I'll put the fire out and I'll just cast light on my shield instead.
Thank you.
Who are you people?
My character is gonna kind of do this, look at you for like half a second, like kind of open up an eyeball and be like, yeah, and just put his paw back over and just fall back asleep.
You okay?
Talk about bolt.
We ran into wolves.
Nasty bit of business here.
What brings you out into the forest with a
I'm not
torch?
really sure. I don't really remember much of anything. I just woke up in the middle of the forest the other day.
Can I do an insight check to see if I, believe this person what they're saying?
Sure. What's your character's name, Josh?
Serene.
How do you spell that? Sirine or something?
And
It's
So
Isaiah, you remember this character, right?
yes, I do. 11 insight.
She is completely honest. She has no idea.
Is it a human?
Yes.
Yep.
We've had bad luck with humans. One just got ate just a little while ago.
That
The
does tend to
wolves.
happen to quite a lot of people, actually.
You aren't one of them cannibals, is you?
Not that I remember. I don't think so, at least.
Good.
I can just see that as Thunk is pulling out a finger and eating it.
Yeah. Well, we haven't killed any humanoids yet, so I haven't.
Oh,
had a chance to
okay.
collect
I didn't know if you had
fingers.
any reserve.
Yeah. I haven't
So,
had a chance to collect any.
so you guys looking at Serene, the symbol is not quite. It resembles a symbol that you recognize as the symbol for Medea here. But when you guys are kind of talking to her and she mentions her deity, it's not the same god you've ever heard of.
Oh,
When she mentions that, just so you guys know.
They have gods for grain.
for fertility, yes.
I thought that just happened, like on its own.
Oh yeah, you're a goblin. You worship goblin gods.
For
Mhm.
some, it can be complicated.
Can't any of you stay quiet?
Have you ever heard
But
of
to
a
go
bisexual-
away. And then my character gets up and just like actively walks away and goes find another place to like lay down.
He's had a bad day. He almost died to wolves over there.
Like the wolves went only after the human then.
Yeah. They tried to get me, but I was too slick.
You do seem like a wily one.
First I rode a human, then the human fell down, then I rode a tree, then the tree fell down. It was not a good time.
That could be very detrimental to your health.
Indeed.
So you don't remember anything?
Not really, no. I know who my goddess is, but beyond that, nothing.
Well, that's the important part.
It is. Well, the important part will be figuring out what exactly is going on here.
Well, we should all stick together. Safety in numbers.
Very true. You're the first living people I found in a long time.
How long have you been out here?
About 3 days, that I recall.
So, you said you found living people in 3 days. You found dead people?
Well, I wouldn't say dead. I haven't found anyone else that's been alive, except
Well,
animals.
That's good. That's good. Just dead people, when you find them and they're moving, it's not a good thing.
Where are we headed to again?
That Wolf Heart or Head Tower? I can't remember. Wolf something tower.
You guys were looking for the ingredients along the tree line here. You were looking for the pixie buttons, devil peppers, and snakeberry over here. You were also looking for the missing dwarves, the male and the female.
Right.
Hasida Runeblade and Krarbod Flint Delver.
You didn't come across any dwarf bodies, did you?
Just
What
I was
about
lost in the forest for a time, unfortunately. My sense
What
of direction's rather poor.
what about a tower? Did you see a tower?
Not really that I recall. I was just kind of wandering around aimlessly.
Seen any fairy buttons?
Is that a type of drink?
I don't know. We're supposed to find some fairy buttons.
I can't admit to any familiarity in regards to that.
Yeah, none of these plants sound familiar to you, no matter what you know from wherever. Serene.
Is this like the middle of the night? Is this not the middle of the night?
It's getting dark. It's like to the west, you can still see like some sunlight on the horizon, but you do see all of a sudden, looking that way, you see a large cloud that's starting to grow from a central point, and starts to blacken out the sky, as what's clear, a massive storm is seemingly growing out of nowhere.
Well, we better take shelter among some of these trees. And I move over to where Kermat had laid down to like stand next to him and put my branches over him so he has some kind of shelter.
Perfect. And as this is happening, you see to the west, where it's now the sky is completely pitch black, you see a large flash of unnatural light. And Black Trunk, you see really far away a tower that the light comes from the top of. And we'll end the session right there.
All right.
Cool.
If this is your first time here, smash that subscribe button, give us a like, and we will see you guys next time. And if you want to talk about the game with us, head on over to our Discord where you can chat with us. Thank you guys for watching. Game on.